Thanks, Anne, and thank you all for once again coming out for, I think, one of the most important events in the year for anyone who wants to claim to be a socialist or left of centre in any way, because, as Anne said, we need to remember the people who came before us and fought for us. A Labour martyr. Yes, martyr is a difficult word, but that's how Ginger Goodwin is portrayed. He stood up and fought for the rights of working people, rights that are important and are too easily eroded. We've seen what has happened in the last 6 years in BC with rights being eroded with the government that we have at the moment. They are very tenuous. The Labour movement came first. I always remember that when we were walking in this morning and listening to the songs and really getting that sense of belonging and who we are, that in many, many countries, it was the Labour movement that started organising people. Before we had political parties in England, before we had the Labour Party, it was Labour who got people working, got people together, fought for changes. Here in Canada, we had Labour working. Before we had the CCF, there was Labour working for workers' rights. And Labour has to continue to play a part. Labour has to continue to have a strong voice, because we are working together for a better future. And politicians aren't going to do it on their own. Politicians need to hear from others. And it is working people coming together who will have that strongest voice, who will be able to create the change and continue to create the change if they continue to have that sense of working together. And I keep coming back to working together because we have to remember it. We do have to remember that we need to work together, not set ourselves apart from each other, but we have to come together. Labour has the sense these days with the Campbell government and the Harper government, it's a dirty word. And I find that appalling that Labour can be regarded as a bad thing. We are Labour. Working people are Labour. People who are not able to work are included in that. We need to make sure we come together and continue our forceful fight, our fight so that the people who died in the mines, the people who are still dying, the agricultural workers who are in a coma because of labour practices, the agricultural workers who were killed in bus accidents, the forest workers who get killed. Time and again we are still seeing what we thought we had ended by Labour pulling together and Labour making a difference politically. We need to carry on to make sure that that voice, the voice of the working people, is not forgotten, is heard loud and clear. We're going to have a horrible 4 years with another 4 years of Campbell government. We're going to have a frightening time with the Harper government, and we in the Labour movement, we on the left, have to work together to make sure that there is a future for our kids and a future for our country. So today, remember Ginger Goodwin, remember the miners who died, remember the workers who are still dying, and remember that we, in the Labour movement, we on the left can make a difference. We have to work together, we have to get reinvigorated, we cannot let ourselves be pushed on one side. And we can make a change, and we can, as the song says, be the International and really change our governments and change the future for everyone. Thank you very much.